Mexico at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa, as we bring you the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tirico along with Greg Olsen. That is Jake Elliott getting this one started. And off we go from Tampa. And he's down at 23, and that's where the offense will take over. From the shotgun, he'll throw to get this one started. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
Up and down, just shy of the 40.
Of 16 yards.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, it's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's a good game there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
That's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike, and he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
3rd down and 3. They'll look to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 47.
Well, a little unconventional play call here. You don't traditionally see the screen game used on 3rd down at these shorter down and distances. But in this case, they catch the defense off guard. They timed it up well, and the back is able to convert and pick up the 1st down.
They'll set up to throw. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete. Emeka Egbuka, the intended receiver. It's 2nd down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
Back to the air one more time. He'll find his rookie right out protection. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Ready.
To throw. And this is caught on the sideline. Going to have the 1st down. Oh, wait a minute. And they say the feet were out of bounds. Wow. Big, tight call there. For the moment, it'll be fourth down.
Let's go.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. His sixth touchdown now for the season.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this. And you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback. They get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here comes a return from the 3. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll get rid of it and complete it. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
They'll run, and this is Quinshawn Judkins. Into space. And he will score. Touchdown, Eagles. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. And back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
That ties the game at 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll go right and find his running back. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Brings up second and 10.
This is a great example, Mike, of playing zone defense at a high level. They're trying to threaten him. They're trying to put 2 guys in his zone and see which guy he's going to choose. In this case, they try to out-leverage him into the flat. He's not having it. He brings him down for no gain.
This is intercepted. Picked up by Cooper DeJean. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown.
Touchdown, Eagles.
So in those one-on-one situations, Mike, so often the quarterbacks love attacking those guys in single coverage. The problem is, if you're not perfect with your ball placement and your timing, and that defensive back gets his hands on the ball, there's no one around to make the tackle, and he's off to the races.
And this one is no good. He has missed the extra point. Keep that one in mind. We'll see if that comes into play as we go along this afternoon. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
Take him down behind the line on that one.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Escaping the danger, throwing incompleted. And he will go all the way. ChrisTill down Buccaneers. That is second TD catch of the season. The Bucs good on the extra point. And the Buccaneers move out of it front by a point. It's 14-13. Here's McLaughlin now at the score. He'll kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
Here's our first carry for their running back. He'll reach forward for maybe a yard. That's Yaya Diaby with the tackle.
A gain of a yard brings up second and 9 at the 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second and 9. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. On left side, the catch is made. They're going to work this down inside the 45. First down. A pickup there of 13. First down, Philadelphia. Out of the gun, they'll give it to Judge. 13, pretty lucky here. Back-to-back gains of 13. Another first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
Well, left side, but that's going to be incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in second and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up the key third down?
5 yards on the play. And it's third down.
Third and 5.
Set. Buffalo leading.
He'll look to throw. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down?
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Man in motion is Smith. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on fourth and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
They'll begin here on the ground. He did not want to go down there. Carrying tacklers, it's a gain of 9.
Off a tackle. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 29-yard
So
line.
after one, 14-13 is our score. We'll have more from Tampa after this. On to the second. Buccaneers in possession of the football. They've got it 2nd down and less than a yard.
Set. 72 to Wolf.
And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
Brought down back at the
The
24-yard
best
line.
defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
Lightning 18. Come 19. Come 19.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds.
At their own 40-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. 7 Tiger. 7 Tiger. Trap 60. Trap 60.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Sometimes it's those
at the
footsteps.
40-yard line.
I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at, and that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
2nd and 10.
Let's go.
There's a screen set up for touchdown. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
They may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
3rd and inches. We'll try and run for the first with Judkins. And that is going to be good enough. He's got that 1st down. So conversion, and they move it to the 46-yard line.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points. And the defender does such a good job by not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down, really nice play.
Here we go.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. It's ball batted away. That's incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
Might be wise for this quarterback to try somebody else in coverage here, Mike. This guy's known for being a savvy playmaker once the ball's in the air, and he showed why by swatting that ball away, and he's going to pick up a PBU on the stat sheet.
Checking it down, this one is caught. 18 yards on the catch chance.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Knocked away in the end zone, incomplete. What a good job locating the football by the defense where it matters most. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. They'll give it here to Judkins.
An early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
Out from a safety spot to bring him down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
2nd down and 8.
Let's go. 19 tight. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. 18 run. 18. 19 Lion. 19. Shift.
Before the snap, we have a whistle, and this could very well be a false start.
Haven't even reached halftime yet, and we see this quarterback just continue to put the ball in harm's way and make bad decisions. He's lucky it didn't add another interception to his stat sheet, and as they approach halftime here, they got to regroup, and he's going to have to make the better decisions here in the second half.
Third and long. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down. That'll be returnable from the 35. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield.
At their own 48-yard line.
They'll run with Judkins to begin the drive. Dropping it back to the line, but it's not happening. They'll lose a yard.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays plays on the outside of the formation. It just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw here, he takes the ball down for a loss. That's just bad timing by the offensive line. They've got to get their linemen out in front of him. So either the linemen need to go faster or the back just needs to be more patient. But either way, they're just not in sync on that screen pass.
That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety, Percy Butler. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
Two minutes to play in a tight one-point game in this first half. Greg and I back from Tampa after a timeout. Third down, they need 5.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Get up.
We'll try to get this one on the ground. And he is going to have a Buccaneers first down by about a yard as they find a way to pick it up on 3rd and 5.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So often, like, you can tell a team's decision on 4th down by what they call on 3rd down. So I think after that 3rd down run, it was pretty clear that, hey, even if we don't get it here, we're comfortable going for it again on 4th down, but didn't turn out to be the case because he's able to get it there on 3rd.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
70 Lions, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates, 19 Lions. Trap 60, 60. Take go.
Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
2nd down and 3.
Viking, 18. Go.
Handoff here, up the middle. We'll get this right to the 20-yard line. That is Cooper DeGio in there for the stop.
Brings up 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Here we go. Cougar 19. Go.
Try to pick this one up on the ground.
I think if they didn't get it there, even with the lead, I think that coach is telling them, hey, this is 4 down territory, but that's all for
First
naught
and
now
10
because
at the
after that good
16-yard
blocking up
line.
front, he picks up a fresh set of downs.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. He'll get that complete to Emeka Egbuka. The signal, timeout call, 9 seconds left to play in this first half.
2nd and 2 at the 8-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
Come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Alert! Alert! Go! 60. Unlock Ryan. Unlock Ryan.
They'll turn and hand this one off. Inside the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal coming up. And the offense will elect to burn a timeout. 5 seconds remaining in this second quarter.
Ready, set.
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. 1st down and goal.
70 range. 70 range. Head to 60. Head to 60. 18 ready. 18 ready. 18 pioneer. Hey, smash. Steady.
He'll drop the throw. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
2nd and goal.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
We have hit halftime. We'll take a quick break, come back, second half of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. The return starts from the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Drive starts with a run by Judkins. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
On 2nd and 10, Bill, trying to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. 11 yards for number 11. And a 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the
So,
play.
1st and 10 here now at the 38.
19 box. Red ball leading.
Now they'll set up to throw. He'll go underneath here. The running back out of the backfield.
To number
And
23.
no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
2nd and 7.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here, bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Warriors 70.
Slot man gonna move in motion left.
Go.
Back to throw. Exiting the pocket right. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Set. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
Dotson, the man in motion. Hill looks to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line. And it's fourth down. So on fourth down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt. And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback.
20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
He was taken down behind
Looked like that might have been an RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like we might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11. They'll throw out of the gun. And this is too far out in front. Incomplete.
You just never want to overthrow an open receiver. If anything, even if the receiver just has to slow down a little bit to run under the ball, that's okay. It might not end up in a touchdown, but you're at least going to end up with a completion.
60 Bison, 60 Bison, coming away team. Play. Come back team. 79 Broncos. Ready.
Shotgun snap as he'll throw it on third down. And this is going to be incomplete. And it's great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. And it'll drop down, short return, and they'll take over there.
At their own 44-yard line.
Trunnions now on first and 10. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
His throw left side is complete. Goes back down and pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. That is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision.
It's fourth down.
Taken in, and he will have the first down. Needing to make something happen. Trailing here in the third quarter. They convert on fourth down.
It's a gain of 3. And an Eagle first down.
They'll look to throw again. Forced to his right. And he spots his target downfield. Great teamwork on the completion. Second time they've connected on this drive. 19 yards out of this one.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
the race to the pylon. He's in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. So 2 touchdowns for him in this one. Numbers 12 and 13 on the year.
Jake Elliott on
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. An unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Buccaneers 17. Jake Elliott to kick off.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. He's across the 20, taking down just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Andrew McCooper.
And I think he just continues to show everyone why he's earned the reputation of being one of the best ball hawks in the entire NFL. It's just a bad decision to challenge him, of all people, in that situation.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 9. Throwing now from the gun. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That's a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
You know, this is something that we typically see out of maybe a more veteran quarterback, not necessarily a rookie, but just having a really nice sense of game management, throw the ball away, and live for the next down.
He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. What a catch and run by the tight end as he takes it into the end zone and finishes the play. Greg, you know what that's like. Tight end touchdown.
Mike, so often the tight ends are considered to be the possession guys, right? They're the guy you throw it to when you need an easy catch, you need a reliable target. But not this guy. He is a downfield weapon, and he just showed you right there what he's capable of.
17.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This taken at the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over.
24-yard line.
On the set. Let's go.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It's a gain
Ball
of
on the 30 now.
Brings up
Here's 2nd and 3.
At the 30-yard line.
Go.
He'll look to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4. Going to stop this here for injury. One of the Buccaneers is down. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up to 2nd down.
10 at the 35-yard line.
This is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
19 Lions.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. A short run there for Williams. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
A gain of 17 yards.
They pick up 17 through the air.
Cade
Good for a Buccaneers first down.
10 at the 48-yard line.
Let's go now.
They'll look to throw yet again. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Andrew McCougar. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
At their own 47-yard line.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. And that one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
12. First down,
Here we
Eagles.
go. Set. Cowboy.
From the gun, a big to Justin. And we brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter.
A gain of
So,
2.
three
Brings
quarters
up second
have come
and 8
and gone.
at the Buccaneers.
We'll return with more
38-yard line.
after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 38 now, here comes second and 8. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. We've got three tight ends here on first and 10.
First down, Philadelphia.
On the give is Justin. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
Brought down at the 20.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
It's a gain of 6. And an Eagle first down.
They'll run it with Christian. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
A loss of 2.
At this stage in the
Brings
fourth
up
quarter,
second
great
and
job
10.
by the defense, understanding exactly what the
19-yard
offense is
line.
trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
And he's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That touchdown number 3 for him in the game, and number 14 for the year. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but
Jake Elliott on
it's getting to be
quarterback
about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
The kick is good. Makes the score Eagles 34. Buccaneers 17.
So following the
Jake
score,
Elliott to kick
here
off
comes
for
Elliott
Philadelphia.
to kick this one away.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10.
Ready.
On the bootleg. Ball's out. The Eagles have it. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop them with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask
Jake
for.
Elliott.
Yeah, and across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they forced the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
Now another shot here at the PAT. A little bit easier following the penalty, and the kick is good.
41. Buccaneers 17. Jake Elliott
So following
to
the
kick
score,
off for
here comes
Philadelphia.
Elliott to kick this one away.
and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
It's a three tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Here's carry number 1 for Rashad White. Not much happening there. Just a short gain.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8.
Defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
He got a lot that he needed, but just not enough. The mark was a couple yards shy of the 1st down. Here comes 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Short initially, you could tell he's just trying to get this ball out of his hand quickly, just enough to move the chains. Defense did a good job taking his reads away, so he turns into a runner, puts his head down, picks up the 1st down, and keeps this drive alive.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. No one open, he'll drop it to his running back. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Drop to throw. And find his running back. What to do now as they come up on 2nd and 1.
At the 46-yard line.
19 tight. 19 tight. Go.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Open man downfield. That's Godwin. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
39 yards.
It is a big play for the Buccaneers. 39 yards.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. That is caught for 3. And he's in. Touchdown, Tampa. Touchdown here in the 4th quarter, Greg. They have a big mountain to climb, but at least they're technically still alive this one.
And now, Mike, we're going to see them line up to go for 2. They're going to see if they can get this lead down to 16 points and still give them a chance to flip that here late in the 4th quarter. Anytime you fail on a 2-point try, there's always going to be second-guessing about whether that was the right play call. In this case, they decided to throw the ball, which I like. They just need better execution, and they end up coming up a little short.
Past midfield.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
Here's the judgment. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Going to stop this here for injury. One of the Buccaneers is down. Athletic training staff looking at him, so will step aside. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7.
Here we go. Set.
They run once more with Judkins. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming. Going to stop this here for injury. One of the Buccaneers is down. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Third down and 3.
Set. Wrap ball 80.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up the first down.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll motion their slot man right. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And now for a second time, he loses the football.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
Let's go. Cougar 19. 19, Pioneer.
Now they'll set up to throw. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They need the 24-yard line as they come up for third down.
19, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Putting the tight end in motion.
Go.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a first down to go with. So not quite first and goal. It's first and 10. They're pretty close. And a nice run. Down about 9. It'll bring up second down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game. Down here this close, all it takes is one defensive lineman defeating his block and getting some penetration, and that's exactly what we saw here. Not only to stop the ball carrier short of the end zone, but to take him down for a loss.
Looking to convert for the third time on this drive. They'll need another here. It's third and 2. A run with Jenkins. He will score again. Touchdown, Eagles. He has come alive after the break. His third touchdown of his second half.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Buccaneers 23. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready? Track. 70 Timberwolves. 19 tight. 19 tight. Take go.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. This throw left side is complete. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Trap 60, trap 60. Ready?
Back to throw. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. And another first down. And another big gainer. This time 23 yards.
Mustang 19. Ready, go. Warrior 70. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Hut.
They'll look to throw. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
The throw here is complete. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 50.
Buccaneers.
Pickup of 11 yards on that one. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
Ready, break. Set it. Buffalo Panther 60, Panther 60. Set it.
Red zone now. He'll drop to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Panther 11. Come on, Red. Ready.
They'll look to throw again. And for the fourth time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reed Blankenship.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
Cowboy 18. Ready, ready.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. And that is incomplete.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays. And frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't know.
And he'll be taken down. No timeouts left for the defense. That should do it.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Gonna air this one out. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
On the deep ball.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw. And even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Will be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So it's a win here for the visiting Eagles. And it is their 3rd consecutive victory. They continue to play great football here in this latest stretch.